Highly Strung Hannah by Robert Chantler. This week, Dirty Weekend.
What a lovely idea this is. We could have our Friday jollies in a luxury country house hotel.
Well, it's all on the journal, so why not?
Nice of them to give their editor such a lovely thank you.
Oh yes, 5-star hotel, beautiful countryside and loads of time to ourselves. Unusual for me to be at a hotel without there being a conference attached.
The only thing that would be attached to you tonight will be me.
Good evening, sir, madam.
Good evening.
Mr. and Mrs. Spencer.
Ah, yes, room 221, second floor. Take the lift and then turn left, and your room is at the far end of the corridor on the left. Unless that is you'd like to have your luggage brought to your room?
Oh, why not? You don't have a dog and bark yourself, do you?
Pardon?
She means if you're coming to stay at a 5-star hotel, you don't carry your own luggage.
That's right.
Indeed, madam, forgive me. Not an expression I'd heard of.
That's all right. I guess you're a bit too posh to have heard of something like that.
If you would be so kind to complete the registration form, here's your key.
Thank you. Oh, you want my credit card number now?
Most hotels do ask for it, sir, in case the guests do a runner. Thought I'd throw in a common expression especially for you, madam.
Thank you, I think.
There.
Have a lovely stay, and if you need anything at all, please ask. By the way, would you like to choose from our pillow menu?
Can you eat the pillows then?
We offer a choice of pillows to our guests for them to sleep on, madam. Feather, soft polyester filled, medium, hard, low allergy, and so on.
What's the default position?
A hard one.
Forgive my wife, she gets like this on Friday nights.
Right, well, feather ones are currently in your room.
Fine.
I'll be fine aboard my own.
Brought your own? I wonder why you needed a second case.
Pillows, covers, bedding.
Bedding?
Your bed is made up for you, madam. You don't need to bring your own bedding.
Well, I like to know who's been sleeping in my bedding, so I'll make the bed with mine if that's okay and leave yours to the side. You won't need to make the bed at all while we're staying here either.
As you wish, madam, but I assure you that this is a very exclusive hotel and our bed linen is spotless.
My wife is phobic about germs and dirt. When I've got half an hour, I'll tell you about her.
Tim!
Anyway, yes, if you could have one brought up, we'll wander up.
Indeed, why have a dog and bark yourself?
Oh, you remembered, how sweet.
We try our best to take an interest in our guests, madam.
Not too much, I hope, because tonight we don't want an audience. It seems nice enough. Nice view.
Nice big ensuite?
The bath's not long enough to lie out in like ours at home.
No, but the nails are specially made.
I know, but you'd expect better from a 5-star hotel.
Oh, don't make a thing about it.
Oh, UHT milk. There's a fridge full of overpriced booze, but no fresh milk. Even in a bed and breakfast you get fresh milk.
Some. Try the bed.
Comfy. Oh, this is lovely, actually. Bouncy and supportive. Right, time to change the bedding and then I need to see reception. I could kill for a cup of tea.
Mrs. Spencer.
I have some complaints.
Really? I'm sorry to hear that.
There's no fresh milk in my room and the bath's too short.
Right, well, terribly sorry, madam. I will have some fresh milk sent up immediately. Is there room in the mini fridge?
There would be if it wasn't full of booze. You may remove whatever you need from the mini fridge to accommodate the milk. Those mini bar drinks are a racket.
Gareth, some fresh milk in a small jug in room 221 at once, please. I'm afraid as for the baths, all the baths are the same length.
I like to run the water nice and fast and pour in my lavender foam bath. Your water pressure's good and the water's softer here, so it should foam nicely. I'm thinking, good. Then I find I can't stretch my legs right out without almost sitting upright.
I see. Well, most guests lie lower in the water and bend their knees to soak the top half of the body, madam.
Well, I'm not most guests.
No, you're not, are you, madam? I trust that you will want to hasten back to your room and enjoy the fresh milk in whatever beverage you plan to have. There is a selection in your room.
I know. It seems like a good selection and good brands too.
Glad you approve, madam.
Come on, Tim.
I'll follow you in a second, darling.
All right.
Sorry about my wife. She's very particular, and she occasionally sleepwalks in the nude, just a heads up there.
Oh, joy. I'll inform my night colleague, sir.
Oh, for goodness sake, how can we have sex listening to that?
Easy.
Never heard two people making such a noise.
I'm intrigued to know who would have even wilder sex than us.
Ours is tame by their standards. Have you been taking notes?
Yeah, I like the yee-haws earlier. Even without the exclamations, I know what they're doing. I'll know headboard speed when I hear it.
Headboard speed? What's that?
About 100 thuds a minute.
Yes, well, you've actually worked that out?
Yeah?
That is such a turn on.
Well, they're quieter now. Maybe they're running out of steam. So come on, let's outdo them, yeah?
Yeah.
We must find out who's in room 219.
We could ask.
I don't think they'd tell us. I guess we could sneak a peek.
Well, whoever comes down for breakfast, you'll see them from here.
Oh, yeah. I'll work it out. I know the walk of shame when I see it.
I'm a bit stiff this morning.
Well, men get like that in the morning, don't they?
Hips, I mean.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm all right. But then I did some warm-up exercises first. They do pay off, you know.
Well, what would you like, and I'll bring it over. I'd hate for you to miss an entrance.
Self-service breakfast in a 5-star hotel?
Oh, it's the way it's always done. You have a breakfast buffet and help yourself. It's just it should be better and hotter in a 5-star hotel.
Right, full English then, please. Grapefruit pieces and coffee. The two most important things in a day: breakfast and sex.
I like it continental.
Don't tell the whole restaurant.
Back in a sec.
No, it's not them. I doubt he's even seen his Willie for a good while. Young couple over there? Maybe? Nah, they look a bit too prim and proper.
Here we go.
Thank you, darling. Apart from them over...
Don't point.
Oh yeah, apart from those two, the others here just don't look the type. I suppose all the guests will come down to breakfast. After breakfast I might go and have a word with the receptionist.
Well, just enjoy your breakfast for now, okay?
Nice. Nice and hot, not like some of these hotels.
I've had many a lukewarm hotel breakfast, which is why I always go for the continental. But if it's good tomorrow, I'll join you for a full English.
It's Mrs. Spencer. Hide me.
Good morning, madam.
Good morning. Was that Alex I saw rushing off then?
Yes, just a minor emergency.
Right, tell me, do all your guests come down for breakfast?
No, madam. You can have breakfast in bed brought to your room. It's all on your welcome card that should have been on your bed.
Oh, I didn't read that. I see. Well, tomorrow my husband and I would like a full English with coffee and Weetabix in bed, please.
Of course. Just fill out the order form and bring it down, and then give it to me.
Well, I've just told you.
I know, madam, but we must follow procedure. Where would we be without procedure?
France?
Now, if that's all...
Well, I was wondering, could you tell us who's staying in the room next to ours, 219?
Sorry, madam, that's confidential.
So they're getting off on that foot, are they?
What foot?
What? They were having wild sex last night. We had to wait until nearly midnight for them to stop so we could have wild sex.
Well, madam, perhaps you should join forces.
I beg your pardon?
Just a little jest, madam.
Hannah, what are you doing?
Lying in wait.
Squatting outside their door. What if someone sees
Well,
you?
as long as they don't.
Get up and come into our room at once.
Don't treat me like a naughty schoolgirl.
You wanted me to last night. Anyway, for heaven's sake.
And the receptionist. I don't like either of them. The one who checked us in ran away and dumped their colleague on me as soon as I approached, and he was most condescending and patronising.
Oh dear.
Never mind, oh dear. I still don't know who's in there and it's driving me mad.
Why?
Their sex was that good, I want to know the secret.
I heard a door latch. Quick, inside.
Open the door.
Just a crack.
It's a couple up the hall, it's not them.
How do you know they're even in there?
They didn't come down to breakfast and we didn't see anyone coming down as we came up.
We came up in the lift. They could have used the stairs. Maybe they went out for a morning walk and then went into breakfast. We don't know. Frankly, it's not our business, is it?
I have to find out. Can't you distract the receptionist while I have a look at the book?
No, I won't be party to such an intrusion. Now, come on, have a nice relaxing soak in the bath, and then we'll wander the extensive woodlands as they're described in the brochure. Coming away to a country house hotel isn't just about the bed, is it?
No, suppose not. Sorry, darling. Maybe while we wander in the woods, I might come up with an idea about finding out who's next door. They say inspiration always comes when you're not trying, don't they? Oh, the smell!
Sorry, I didn't know I'd done one.
If you haven't, I mean that fresh smell of pine in the early morning air. Bird song.
It's wonderful. And tonight, when we've had a good night's sleep on our lovely bouncy four-poster bed, we'll have our Sunday morning breakfast in bed and a nice morning doing nice things before we go home.
They have a spa, a sauna and pool, Tim. That's where I plan to be tomorrow morning.
Perfect. Meanwhile, I'll relax in the lounge and think happy thoughts.
And I'll have a nice massage and a sauna and a swim. They use ozone instead of chlorine, so it'll be far more pleasant.
That's all right then.
And by then, I'll be nice and relaxed because tonight I will find out who's next door.
Had an idea then.
Yeah. I'll set off the fire alarm in our corridor and see who comes out of the room.
You're not evacuating a hotel full of people just to see who's in 219. Why don't you just knock, say room service, and see who opens it?
Well, why didn't you say so earlier?
Well, because I'd hoped you'd have stopped obsessing about it. Now you have the solution, you can relax and enjoy the rest of the day.
All right, darling. My clever Tim, I knew that PhD would come in handy one day.
Yes, that's why I did it, you know. To train my brain to find solutions to your crises.
Oh, that's so sweet. We are going back to the hotel for lunch, aren't we?
Of course. Coming in then.
In a minute, I just want to admire these flower beds a bit longer.
OK, I'll be in our room.
Excuse me, are you a window cleaner?
No, love. Climbing ladders with a bucket and a squeegee turns me on.
No. You're not hotel staff, are you?
No, love. Most of the people who come here wouldn't scrape me off their shoes. You're the first guest I remember hearing who didn't talk posh.
Well, I have an offer for you you won't be able to refuse.
Well, if your husband doesn't mind, I guess.
Not that.
Ah, shame.
Looking out the view and looking at the building, I'd say that. Up in a minute, darling.
Husband?
So helpful. I know for sure now, that window there is the room next to ours. Have a look when you go up and tell me who's in there.
What?
You heard, I'll pay you.
Oh, I don't know, love. I mean, why don't you go up and have a look and I'll pretend I didn't see ya?
One, I'm scared of heights, and two, you'd look up my skirt. Anyway, if somebody sees you up a ladder, they won't suspect anything, will they?
All right, I'll try and describe them to you. But at lunchtime, there's a pretty good chance no one will be there. That's why the hotel gets me in over the lunchtime period. How much is it worth?
Tenner.
15, you've got a deal.
All right, payment on result. No description, no money.
No, love, you're paying me to go up and look.
No, I'm paying you for information. You'll be going up anyway.
To clean, not spy.
Rubbish. I bet you love looking in. I bet you've seen some stuff over the years.
I did. Saw a government minister dressed as Alice in Wonderland and tied to a bed. Paid for a cruise, that did.
You're unreal. All right, £10 to look and the extra £5 if anyone's in there.
You drive a hard bargain, love, but... all right. You got a deal.
Sorry I was so long. I was talking to the window cleaner.
I know, I saw you. You look happy. You bribed him to spy on 219, didn't you?
Maybe.
If you weren't scared of heights, you'd have gone up yourself, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Anyway, he said they were just leaving, but they were a young couple. Lady had shoulder-length blonde hair and the man had short brown hair and glasses.
Well, that description could fit many couples. I mean, half the guests here probably fit the bill. I mean, Josh and Eloise even fit that description. I hope you didn't pay him.
15 quid.
Oh, I bet he saw you coming.
No, I think I startled him slightly. He was hoping I'd have sex with him.
No.
Yeah, but I've gained more refined taste since we've been together, although as bits of rough go, he wasn't bad.
Thank you, darling. Husband present.
Whoops.
Come on, darling, make your mind up.
What's the choice again?
Red or white?
Oh, yeah. Well, it depends on the main course, I suppose. What's the choice?
Oh, God.
We have chicken in white wine and lemon sauce. That's very popular. We have roast lamb cutlets in mint sauce, and we have a vegetarian platter.
Fish?
Poached salmon with fresh green salad, sir. Chips are optional with all the meals.
Chips?
Yes, madam.
Right, chicken for me then, please, with chips.
Oh, you're such a Midlander.
Oi, I want the vegetables as well. Is that all right?
For you, madam, anything.
Thank you.
And I'll have the same, I think. And with chicken, white wine?
Oh, yeah, with chicken white.
Any starters?
Melon.
Breaded mushrooms, please.
The white wine list, sir. Back shortly.
Oh, Tim, there's dozens of them.
We'll try and decide before one of us dies, or I'll choose.
Go on then, you choose.
Yes, that might be better. Oh, stop glancing round.
I'm just trying to see who looks like they might be our neighbours. Surely they can't serve dinner in bed too.
Maybe they went out for dinner, darling. It's not included in the cost of the day, although it is for us because my journal's paying for everything, including whatever you get in the spa tomorrow.
Oh, fantastic. Well, all that country air and walking, I'm too worn out for anything tonight other than sleeping. Look, Tim, unguarded. Please ring for attention.
No, Hannah. Oh, why do I bother?
219, 219. Oh!
Can I help, Mrs. Spencer? What's not to your liking this time?
Your tone. I was just...
Nosing in the guest book?
How did you know?
See the mirror glass behind me? That the guests adjust their hair in and things?
Yeah.
It's a one-way mirror. We can see through it from in our room.
Well, why did you ask me then?
In case nosing in the book was not the sole purpose of your visit?
Well, it wasn't. No. Today I have had a fabulous day and the dinner was gorgeous and now we're going to bed.
Well, have a nice night.
Thank you.
Well?
Oh, who's caught the nose in this book now then?
Damn, you've infected me with your nosiness.
Admit you want to know.
I do.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Oh, maybe genuine.
Rubbish. That's the classic false surname couples away on dirty weekends who don't want to be caught use.
Maybe.
How did they give their credit card number if it was a false name?
Well, maybe they have one of those preloaded ones. You can have one of those in any name since you have to put the money on it first.
Clever.
Anyway, no banging on the door and saying room service. If they haven't asked for anything, they know you're not genuine.
Damn it. Well, once our dinner's gone down, we'll have to think of an early. It's 219! It's 219! Josh! Eloise!
Mum, Dad, how were you here? Did you...
We checked in on Friday night and yes, we heard you.
Ah, well, that's embarrassing.
Go, Josh.
Tim!
We should say yee-haw.
Tim, I won't tell you again.
What were the odds of you even staying here, let alone in the next room?
Infinitesimally small.
I don't believe it. Your mum's even been bribing window cleaners and sneaking around behind reception trying to find out who was having sex.
I might have known. Well, I had no idea. Saturday morning, we had breakfast in bed and went for our dinner at a local gourmet restaurant.
Told you.
Well, you're engaged, so that's fine, isn't it? We can see who you got your sexual prowess from.
Yeah, me.
No, I don't think so, darling. It was me.
We just thought we'd go down to the bar for a nightcap. We've drunk the minibar dry. But relax, because if you're hoping for a quiet night's sleep tonight, so are we.
We'll maybe see you in the morning then.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, I'll be.
Amazing.
I'll go to the foot of our stairs.
Yeah, you have to go up them if you want rumpy pumpy.
Sounded like your daddy's not a turn on.
You have been listening to Sue Ford as Hannah, Robert Chantler as Tim, Olwen Holme and Robert Hardy as the receptionists, Tom Brierley as the window cleaner, James Ford-Bannister as the waiter, and Giovanni Tagliarini as Josh. Highly Strung Hannah was written and directed by Robert Chantler. The audience coordinator was Matt Richards and the producer was Victoria Lawrence. Highly Strung Hannah is a free theatre company production.